Good morning. This is a little small group training I figured I would do via video. Just because everybody's busy, seems like it's hard to get everybody together. Excuse my voice. So, as a small group leader in chapel on Sunday mornings, when you come in, you'll get a clipboard. Your clipboard will have an attendance sheet as well as like a behavior side to the sheet. I'll show you a little bit later, but the chairs are kind of arranged in pods, like 2 rows, 2 rows, 2 rows. We have 6 groups. There's about 8. That's for 48 if we had that many kids. Sometimes when the kids come in, they sit where they want to sit, and maybe 2 groups are kind of small, we'll combine them. That being said, we probably need 5 to 6 small group leaders, and that can be a teenager if you have a child or you know of a teen who is anxious to serve. The small group leadership portion is going to be fun, engaging, connecting with the kids a lot more than we have been. So you'll get a clipboard, you'll come in, you'll have a group, you'll be by that group the whole time that we do our whole lesson. First thing you're gonna do is get their name. You don't necessarily need to get their last name, I have that on there, but we can probably find their last name unless you have 2 people with the same name in your group. And then we have good character, kindness, and listening, which I haven't really defined what that is. You can tell if they're being kind with each other, and you give them a score from 1 to 4, with 1 being not so good and 4 being great. Listening, that's pretty obvious. So we're gonna do this for behavior points. No more stickers, no more like picking a prize every single Sunday. They will have a tally of these, and then we will do like a prize picking day, maybe like once a quarter. We've had a lot of toys and different things donated, so we can maybe have a Sunday where it's like a party day and it's a set up the stage and you get to pick whatever big prize that you want once a quarter. So if you have anything to donate, that would be great too. I know so far we have like umbrellas and some Barbie dolls and some boy toys, I forget exactly what, little kits to construct or something. So they're nice prizes, and we'll put like a value on them and tell them there's so many points they earned that quarter. So that is your first job and kind of something you're gonna keep track of with your group the whole time. You'll be with your group, you'll be able to give them points on the behavior scale kind of throughout your group or at the end of the group as the kids are leaving. Maybe you wanna kind of remember which kid did what and score them then. Now, we're switching to the Loop Show. It's basically geared toward 4th through 6th grade. As research shows, a classroom should be geared toward about the average 5th grade boy for how much fun it is and how engaging it is. I understand that some of our 1st graders may miss a little bit in the show, but really they kind of like to do what the older kids are doing, and we'll be able to have kind of mixed age groups. So a lot of times little 1st graders are sitting with 4th and 5th graders. And we're trying this. If the Loop Show doesn't go over very well, we might have to consider something else. But it's more of like a talk show with different segments, and the small group sheet always has like a bigger activity in the middle. And so we will come in and we will have you guys kind of talking, getting their attendance, getting them to know each other. We have a big question of the day that you will facilitate. Like this icebreaker is, what's one food that's better with mustard and one food that's worse with it? And that goes along with what's going to happen in the show where they're trying different foods to see if it has mustard in it or not. So you'll all discuss that, then it'll come back to big group. Your leader in here will have the mic, we'll do the rules, we'll do offering just like we had been doing. And then they'll watch the episode. And then after the episode, we're going to try to do like a little salvation message each Sunday where we say, okay, what did that Bible verse mean to you? If anyone, wants prayer for this, or if anyone felt led to give their life to Jesus, we're up here at the altar. We'll do a little soft music, kind of have an actual altar call, more like big church does. When that kind of closes or is done, we'll go to this big group activity. Most of these that I've looked at so far can be facilitated by the large group leader, and you are, as a small group leader, kind of just gathering your students or your kids for whatever they need to be doing at that moment. This coming week, it's a big group. It's They each get a sheet of paper. So like I might direct you, take your group to a table. And so your whole group goes to a table. And they're gonna write something on a piece of paper, and then we're gonna crumble them up, and we have like a game where we divide the room in half, and I'm not exactly sure, where we'll have room for that, how we'll do that. But these are a little bit more like a game. And if they're not that good, then we'll come up with some other kind of game to play in that moment in time. And so the game gives them the fun aspect, the fun elements of coming back here. Not that church isn't fun, just saying what they're looking for, kind of the big movements. And then we also have like looking up the Bible verse, which I'm not sure yet if we're going to do that at the beginning, but we're thinking we would have like Bibles on the stage in various places, and the small group leader picks maybe 2 kids from their group, and we do it as like a race. Okay, who in your group do you think can go find the Bible verse quickly? And the rest of the group is cheering them on. And you run up, and so I don't know, maybe we'll have them like, we have to name the groups and then have like names where they go specifically to get their Bible. And then we see who can find the Bible verse fastest. That's another kind of competition that we can have going on at some point to look up the Bible verse. They have that kind of way over here, which I prefer to kind of look up our Bible verse before we do the lesson. So I'll probably move that aspect to here. So basically, as a large group leader, we're going to kind of go through this column, go to the top of this column as like an altar call, look up the Bible verse and all that, and then go back to this game as kind of our last thing of the day. That way if church would be short, they just didn't get to the game, but they got the scripture and they got the altar call and they got the meat of praying and being more like a church service back here. So as a small group leader, you kind of have more to do, but yet it's a little bit more structured and directed from the front. And then after all that, if we still have time, there are still questions down here for the small group leader to ask and discuss with their small group, like what stood out to you the most today from the Loop Show? What's one thing you learned? So they're a little bit more open-ended so that the kids can have to like think and talk it out. I think we've gotten to the questions in Connect are more like you can answer it with a short answer, and so they say Jesus, and they just kind of throw things out there because they want stickers. Give me another sticker, give me another sticker. So we're getting away from that. We're getting more into actual discussion. What's one way you can raise money to help translate the Bible? Because this story is talking about how the Bible is not in every single language. And so we want to make them think a little bit more as they do this. And I think that's pretty much all that I really kind of need to show you about it. It's, I think, going to be better because it's large group led most of the time, with the large group leader directing everybody when to go where and what to do. But at the same time, you as a small group leader have a specific group that you are with the whole time. And it will facilitate the kids kind of getting to know each other, realizing, that they're working for bigger prizes at some point. And I'm open to everyone's feedback as we do this. So this Sunday will be the first Loop Show that the kids watch. And so my small group leaders that are on schedule for this week, be ready to come in and do this. We're even thinking we would send a few people back just toward the end of the last worship song and have maybe some kind of upbeat music playing in here when the kids come in. But it'll take you a while to get your attendance, and so you will spend the first 5 or so minutes, with your group, getting to know all of them, introducing yourself to them in case they don't know you. I know we have some new people that might be coming on, so that's exciting, and we're always looking for teens or anybody who likes to volunteer and serve in this capacity with the kids. If you have any questions at all, feel free to text me, email me, contact me, call me if you need to. I love y'all, and I'm so grateful for all of your hearts to serve kids. This has been my ministry, my calling, 5 or plus years, and the children just bless me so much. I mean, if I see them out, they're like, hey, and they give me a hug, and, just, it's it's so rewarding what I get out of being in here with those kids. So I hope that you find the same thing to be true for you. And I'll see you at church.